Are the telecom operators an oligopoly or a perfect competition? This is what we are going to talk about in this particular video of our Concepts Padhayenge Sabko Sikhayenge series. So let's start the video. Welcome to iExamB. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon if you haven't yet so that you do not miss any new video in this series of Concepts Padhayenge Sabko Sikhayenge. So the question is that whether telecom operators are they oligopoly or perfect competition? Telecom operators like Airtel, Vodafone Idea, BSNL, MTNL and Jio, are these telecom operators an oligopoly market or a perfect competitive market in India? So to understand this, first we'll look at what exactly is an oligopoly and what is a perfect competition. We'll compare the two and then we are going to answer this particular question. Oligopoly and perfect competition, if you look at it, there are certain reference points or certain criteria on which these two markets are classified. So first is the number of sellers. Under perfect competition, there are a large number of sellers with small firms. But under oligopoly, there are a small number of large firms. They're big firms, but they're small in number. So under perfect competition, there are a large number of buyers, whereas under oligopoly also, there are large number of buyers in the market. Product differentiation is something that is not there under perfect competition. There are homogeneous product in the market. Whereas in oligopoly, there could be either homogeneous or differentiated product depending upon the kind of oligopoly it is. So yes, if you look at the telecom operators, there are small number of large firms. That is true because there are only few firms that are there in India. There are not large number of firms and there is large number of buyers. The homogeneous product is also there and price. So under perfect competition, the price is uniform. Firms are price takers. Okay? They cannot influence the price in the market. Whereas under oligopoly, there is strategic pricing. That is, firms are dependent on each other for price decisions. And the next criteria is that under perfect competition, there is free entry and exit. But under oligopoly, there will be barriers to entry and exit. Because the costs are so high, it is not easy for firms to enter the market. So that's why there are barriers. Then under perfect competition, there is perfect knowledge. Firms have perfect knowledge about the market conditions, whereas under oligopoly, they do not have perfect knowledge about the market condition. And under perfect competition, the firm's demand curve will be perfectly elastic, whereas under oligopoly, it is not possible to determine because it's not possible to predict the changes in the price. That's why we can't determine what exactly is the firm's demand curve. So majorly, most of the conditions are satisfied here for telecom operators under oligopoly because there are small firms of telecom operators, there are small number of firms, and there is strategic pricing, that is, firms are dependent on each other for price decisions. Now I will tell you about an interesting story of Reliance Jio, how they entered the market. So there is a famous line that the Reliance Jio camel is inside the tent. So the fable says that, it's winter and it's the desert. Enter a camel who walks up to an Arab stand and asks to be let in. So the Arab permits the camel to stick its nose only. So the camel pushes his luck, one leg, another, until the camel is completely inside and refuses to leave. This is the case of Reliance Jio. That's how they entered the market slowly and gradually. So in 2010, when the incumbents like Airtel and Vodafone were locked in bidding war for the 2G spectrum, the Reliance firm, what they did was they announced that, you want a phone, you get a phone, take it for free, outgoing calls, free data prices, next to nothing. These were guaranteed to be free for life. And that's how they entered the market and captured the major market of telecom industry in India. They slowly had 2 million subscribers before the day they had to launch, and that's how they entered the market. First the nose, then the neck, then the torso, and then legs. Thus the camel was completely inside the tent. So now I hope you understand that how do you categorize a perfect competition and an oligopoly market structure, and whether the telecom operators are an oligopoly or a perfect competition. So oligopoly, in this oligopoly market, there are few sellers, but why it might seem that they are perfect competition? Because there could be there could be price competition among sellers as few as under oligopoly, so as few as even 4 or 5. So that's why they might seem as like perfect competition, but they're not large number of firms. So hence we do not categorize them under perfect competition, but they are oligopoly markets structure only, but there's still competition among sellers such as few as only 4 to 5. I hope now you've understood. You can attempt the questions on this particular video on our website. Prepare 50% faster with iExamB. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you do not miss any more updates on the series of Concepts Padhayenge Sabko Sikhayenge. Thank you.